Most people read the headlines. I read the small print. This is Footnotes, where I find the biggest stories in the smallest detail. You know him. He's the neighbor who works for tree branches and aspen bark. He doesn't have an engineering degree, and he certainly doesn't carry a clipboard. But he might just be the most efficient civil servant in the county. In a certain protected valley called Brda, Protected Landscape Area in the Czech Republic, a place where the water should run clear but was running a bit muddy, local authorities were worried. For 7 long years, they sat in fluorescent lit rooms, pushing papers and squinting at blueprints. They had a problem. Polluted runoff was threatening the ecosystem downstream. The solution? A sophisticated, man-made filtration and water control system. The price? A cool $1.2 million. Taxpayers waited. The sediment flowed. The committees met. And while the humans were busy debating the budget, a family of local engineers decided they'd had enough of the red tape. Without a single permit, without a public hearing, and most importantly, without a dime of that $1 million budget, the work began under the light of a silver moon. There were no excavators, no concrete mixers, just flat tails, sharp teeth, and an ancestral instinct for structural integrity. When the officials finally hiked out to the site to break ground on their 7-year plan, they stopped dead in their tracks. The project was finished. A massive, intricate dam spanned the water. It wasn't just a pile of sticks. It was a masterpiece of natural engineering. It slowed the rushing currents to a crawl. It acted as a giant, living sieve, trapping the sediment and filtering out the contaminants before they could ever reach the protected lands below. It was, by every technical metric, exactly what the $1.2 million project was supposed to be. Only it was already working. The authorities looked at their blueprints, then they looked at the dam. Nature hadn't waited for the funding to clear. While the humans were busy talking about sustainability, the beavers were out there living it. The $1.2 million stayed in the bank, the water stayed clean, and the engineers, well, they didn't even stick around for the thank you speech. They just went back to work, one branch at a time. Because sometimes the best way to fix the world isn't to build a better machine. It's to step back and let the locals handle the heavy lifting. This is Brenda reminding you that not every footnote is about humans.